African leaders are holding talks today, urging rebels in the Democratic Republic of Congo to withdraw from the eastern city of Goma. Since the rebel troops moved in earlier this week, approximately 60,000 civilians have been displaced. Located along the border with Rwanda, the city is considered a strategic stronghold because of its location near the resource-rich Great Lakes area. As Stuart Greer reports, there are growing fears of a humanitarian crisis and concern that a wider conflict could engulf the region.
After launching their uprising in April, rebels in the Democratic Republic of Congo are growing more powerful. And so too is the risk of a humanitarian disaster. The so-called M23 rebels have seized the strategic city of Goma in the resource-rich east of the country and are now moving west, threatening to march all the way to the capital, Kinshasa. That has triggered a flood of refugees, with tens of thousands fleeing their homes. Most aid groups have pulled out, and the few that are left are finding it difficult to help.
Today we are really stuck here. As you hear, we have gunfire all around us, you know.
The unrest started when soldiers from the ethnic Tutsi minority mutinied over broken promises of better jobs. Thousands of government soldiers and police have defected, joining their ranks. But the rebels are also accused of recruiting child soldiers. And since the fighting began 7 months ago, hundreds have died and 500,000 have been displaced.
With the continued conflict and the intensification of the conflict, many more people will be displaced, and some of the people we've already been assisting will have to move again. And that's going to make the humanitarian situation that much more challenging.
This in a country still recovering from the deadliest conflict ever fought on the African continent. Between 1997 and 2003, some 3 to 5 million people died, most from disease and starvation. If the violence escalates further, there is fear it could happen again. Clean water and food are scarce.
So we are heading into a major humanitarian crisis. We can see cholera, malnutrition. It's very chaotic.
The United Nations, which has 19,000 troops in the country, is being criticized for not doing more to stop the violence. It says its mandate is to protect civilians, not fight a war, and it accuses Rwanda and Uganda of arming the rebels.
There are reports that the M23 attacking forces are well equipped and very well supplied.
The Congolese government is considering rebel demands for talks. Until it does, the fighting is only likely to escalate, and with it, the number of refugees. Stuart Greer, Global News.